Hello everybody, welcome back. So, it's just like yesterday, and the day before, and the day before, and the day before. Like I said yesterday, it's the new day, same TA. It's basically what's going on now. So we had that move down from the 10 exponential into the 21, which is also the bottom of this box, where we bounced back up overnight and closed above the trend line, with a peak actually closer towards $69,000, so not so bad at all. So right at this point in time, we're back above all the moving averages apart from the 7 simple. We're basically above the trend line at the moment, with a view to sort of move down a little bit. So we'll take it to a 4 hour to see what that looks like. Standard Bollinger Band strategy. At this point, we've broken the Bollinger Band. We've come down to retest it. So if there's a position to take or a hope to expect, it would be that of a bounce from here and a move back up. So it does look good, I have to say, just like I've been saying all week. Probably for a couple of weeks now, because that is the way that it looks. So day to day, I can imagine that some people are going, but I thought it was supposed to be going up. It has been going up, guys. It has been going up. Been bullish for a couple of weeks across the board, and look where those last 2 weeks have carried us from here to here. So yesterday, like I say, very close to making a new local high. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with the TA that I've been providing. I say providing. You know, I sit here and make these videos basically because I sit here in the mornings anyway to make any kind of trade or work out, is there any money to be made in the market today? And then I record my thoughts open. So it's not like I'm really particularly providing any kind of service. More like I'm keeping myself company, to be honest with you. But if there is a service that you're interested in, there is half price on middle tier Patreons. And next month, which is literally just a week away, I'm going to halve the price. Well, not half, but bring down the price of the overall Patreon just for a single month. Because I do truly believe that this next month that we're going through will be one of the most important months in the crypto cycle. So you might as well get your money's worth and pay attention, because if you fail to pay attention over these next couple of months, that is going to be a real error, I'm afraid, a real error. Right, let's have a look at traditional markets. The US 500, basically S&P's futures market. What did it do? Exactly the same as bloody Bitcoin, isn't it, over here? So we lost the 10 exponential, bang, bang, lost it, moved into the 21. Yesterday, picked up on the 21, closed green, spinning top candle, indecisive, continuing with the green, battling with the 10 exponential. So it looks like it wants to go up, to be fair. That's what it looks like it wants to do. Let's have a look over here on the 4 hourly. So unlike Bitcoin, it's below the 20 moving average. So what we want to do is see the futures market close a 4 hourly above 5,830. Give yourself that clearance, and then you should see the US market open up this afternoon green and continuing to be green. So we'll wait for that as well, shall we? So I guess that is a little bit more bearish than what we see on Bitcoin, which is doing the opposite, which is a bullish retest on the top of the 20 moving average. So when it comes to altcoins overall, we've got two things to think about. We've got the break of the 58.5% dominance on Bitcoin dominance here, which means that at this point now, we've got a little bit further to go, to say the least, towards 64% dominance. That's where I'll be looking for a major rejection. A rejection could take place at any minute, though, I have to say. And I think it would be silly to not build or have built a position in altcoins generally at this stage. But again, this is why I'm trying to reiterate this right between now and next month, and probably the next couple of months at best, is the time to really think hard about what portfolio it is that you want to have and for what duration. Because, there will at some point be a rejection on this chart. If there's not going to be one today, and again, I don't know the exact moments are going to happen, it will happen soon. And when it does happen, it will be significant. It will be a big one, right? So we will have a great time. You don't want to be buying high. You don't want to be FOMOing into those scenarios. You really don't. You want to make sure that your heels are dug in deep. Because remember, they call it smart money versus dumb money, don't they, really? The smart money comes in first, when nobody wants it, when it looks rubbish, when, it's literally just something that nobody wants. That's where the smart money comes in. And then the dumb money comes in afterwards. I don't make these terms up. It's just the way it is. So when your average person does not understand a chart, and that's fine. Why would they? They understand that many things that I have no idea about. That's perfectly fine. Everyone has their own lane. But unfortunately, when they step out of the lane and they start buying into crypto, when the crypto market is roaring, that means that sell walls get broken. We get rich because we're positioned in from lower areas, but it also means that they take on an enormous amount of risk because they don't know charts. All they know is what they've been told or what they can see in front of their face. And that's not us. That's not us. So we're in. We leave it to be in, and now it should just be a matter of allowing it to ride. But the problem with being smart, if you want to put it like that, is that you also have to be patient. Smart money is patient money. Right, so that is that. The altcoin situation is still looking for a particular area of resistance, but recognise that the money flow index, as we keep pointing out, is high, and it has been high in periods of extreme rejections here and over here. And I suppose here as well. So we are high. So we do have that going for us. So there is, the fuse is lit, basically. It just hasn't reached the dynamite yet. Let's move over to the dominance here, where we got a rejection, obviously, this week on the top of the trend line. So far above the 10 exponential. This is all on the weekly. Move us over to the daily. And what do we see? A support again, so I've moved back down today. So a bit of weakness on altcoins, absolute weakness. I think most of this weakness is driven by Ethereum, which unfortunately is really just not having a good time at all. 4 hourly below all moving averages and continuing. Daily below all moving averages and continuing. So it's looking particularly weak. That's going to create the total 2 to go down more. What I will do is look at others, which is outside the last 10, the top 10. We see a very similar chart, but not below all moving averages here. Rejection on the 200 simple moving average, and on the 4 hourly, we are getting support on the 200 exponential moving average, which is a golden cross retest. We saw a reaction here after the golden cross. These are a little messy. Simple moving averages got a reaction. Simple moving averages got a reaction. Exponentials got a reaction. We're here again now. So we may be looking for a reaction here. Really, you'll be looking for some kind of bullish divergence on the way down, and we haven't really gone down enough to get that. So it's simply just a matter of, is this moving average going to allow for a bounce, as it usually does in most other charts. Let's take a look at the total 3, and then we'll leave it there, because it doesn't look very encouraging for altcoins, I have to say. I'm just making this video so we can all see the situation, the reality, right? I'm not here to say, oh, click on this and become a millionaire today. No, that's not what we're doing. So yeah, looking at this now, the total 3 is actually better than others. So I suppose this puts a little bit more weight onto the idea that within the top 10 is a better situation for altcoins, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, because the majority of my portfolio is top cap coins, which I know that people disagree with. Oh, you'll never be a millionaire with it. Well, it depends how much you put in it, doesn't it? I'm not getting out of bed for anything less than a 10,000% shitcoin. Sorry, I don't normally swear on these videos. That's usually reserved specifically for the Patreon. But right, yeah, mid caps, top caps seem okay. Ethereum is dragging it all down. So obviously we'd love to see Ethereum break out or become bullish in some way, but it's absolutely not willing to do that at all. Yeah, so the only thing I'd be looking for on Ethereum is a revisit of this 200 simple moving average on the weekly, which is back down to 2,355, which would certainly be a position to take. A low leverage long position that could yield, several 100% if we were to finally pick up from this area. Right now, there's not enough evidence for any of it. I think your individual altcoin setups are probably okay to play, provided Bitcoin is stable, which it looks relatively stable at the moment. So yeah, overall, same analysis, just a little bit more emphasis on what the altcoin situation is doing, even though it's not doing very well. There is opportunity in some altcoins. Surprisingly, Atom, I have to say, looks quite strong and has done for a few days now. So maybe we'll see a bigger move on Atom and all this area. And there's again loads of altcoins that look like this. We looked at this on the Tuesday's Patreon. There's tons of altcoins with this kind of formation. They are in a massive accumulation, and I'm a bit disappointed with the way that Atom has performed generally. But I have been adding to it down at these levels because the staking returns on it are enormous. you know, across most platforms. I do mine on Swissborg, but the staking rewards are enormous, like 14%. So it's rude not to buy low with the view that you might actually catch the low of Atom. Again, I'm not saying that it definitely is, or it can sustain it, you know, highs when it gets there. But in the event that for whatever reason it does, let's just say that Atom becomes cool, and you know, by the end of the bull market, it's trading, you know, above the previous all-time high, and sort of when it, even in the bear market, consolidates and perhaps maybe keeps a base above 14. You know, your low will be in, and you might be able to, depends on how much money you put in, obviously, use that in the future as passive income. That's the dream, isn't it, really? Getting 14% on something that does a 10x and then, you know, sustains those higher values. Imagine that. Yeah, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I mean, that is what passive income, you know, this is what staking's passive income would be, but it does mean that you'd have to, you know, there's an element of luck. I mean, think about it, right? If you put $1 million in, or had $1 million in, staking it, what, you know, 10%, or just 1% of $1 million is like $10,000 a day, you know, if that's what you're getting, 1%, $10,000. Anyway, I'm just rambling over here. I had a very late night. Got family over here at the moment, so they kept me awake. And that will be that. So I'm going to leave it with you there. I will get some sleep and get some rest in preparation for the live stream tonight. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.